In this video, I'm going to give you a detailed account on exactly what I did that called in my husband in just a few weeks. Once I implemented the practices I'm going to tell you in this video. Before I dive in, I have a brand new private training called How to Manifest Your Husband this year. If you want to watch that training, it's 25 minutes, but it's private. All you have to do is comment husband below, and I will make sure you get access to that training where really I dive in deeper on exactly what to do to manifest your husband as quickly as possible. Okay, so how did I manifest my husband and what exactly did I do? I have some notes here. So it all came down to a primary mindset shift that I made inside of myself that I feel was really the key to calling my husband into my life. There was one very specific thing that I shifted that was new. So I had been successful at manifesting men into my life, at manifesting relationships, but what I found was I had never manifested the one, right? And the one is a whole different story. Manifesting the person you're going to marry, that's very different than manifesting love and relationships. And I realized, like, okay, I know how to call men in, but how come I haven't manifested the one? Well, there was one really key mindset shift that I made that allowed me to finally manifest the one. And what this mindset shift was I started to truly imagine myself as a wife. This was the biggest key to my success. So let me explain how I did that, the techniques I implemented, and what it led to. I knew that I needed to fully embrace in my imagination the new version of myself who was already married. This is a step further than just being in love or being cherished or being cared for. All of that is really important. I talk about really creating an identity where you feel loved, cherished, adored, chosen, wanted, all of those things. That's wonderful. But there's even a step further, or a more specific self-concept that you want to start creating in yourself. And this is the self-concept of being a wife or being married already. Why is this important? Because when you're doing self-concept work, which is essentially just telling yourself that you already are the person who has your desire. So if you're desiring to call in the one and get married, then who you would be in that scenario is a wife, right? That's the end result. That's the you who has your desire. Well, being a wife is actually kind of specific. And for those of us who are used to being single, have spent a lot of time being single or being in relationships that aren't the one, our identity is actually, whether we know it or not, more wrapped up in being that single or not married version of ourselves. So the manifesting work you want to embark on, and this is what I really dive into deeply in my course I do, but you want to embark on the inner work of starting to think like you are already married. Those are the very specific manifesting techniques you want to do. So how do you do this? Well, you want to craft affirmations that are affirming that you are already married. You want to do acting as if. This was one of the main techniques I did that helps of acting as if techniques that help evoke the feeling of already being married. You want to look at all the different manifesting techniques you could possibly do. So scripting, acting as if, affirmations, inner conversations, guided meditations, and there's more than that, but that's just some of the main ones. You want all of those types of techniques to be guiding your mind into saying, I'm already married. I'm already a wife. Now, something that's important to point out here is you aren't becoming delusional and actually thinking that you're married in this moment. When I was manifesting my husband, I knew I wasn't married. I didn't become this totally delusional person who thought I was married. But what I also knew was I was using my imagination to evoke the inner experience of being married. It's like playing pretend. I'm playing pretend that I'm already a wife. Why would we do that? What the heck is that all about? Like, what's the point of that? The point of that is the more time you spend internally using your imagination, thinking and feeling like a wife, something really interesting happens. Number one, you start to feel more familiar with the experience of being a wife. And because you start to feel more familiar with the experience of being a wife, you start to believe that it will actually happen. And that belief is the key to manifesting. When you are manifesting, that's what you're doing. You're creating a new belief about who you are and what you're going to have. And so if you want the details on exactly how to do this, definitely type husband in the comments below. I'm going to get you a copy of my free training, 25 minutes. I dive into, there's 4 specific steps on exactly how to do this. Okay. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you want to learn how to live in the end to manifest anything you want, definitely check out this video next, and I'll see you soon. Bye.